our screen. Now Murray State coming in as the Racers come in hot with Sherlock, Annex, and Zonal Imi 2. That's a tough one to read out, but Murray State, again, coming in with those 3.
I was trying to decipher if that was some kind of acronym, like Zone All I Me Too. I'm just going to say Me Too. You know what? You've lost your privileges unless it's just just Me Too. There we go. But on the other side from the Racers, who are going so fast, Trailblazers at a mountain home, as you have Graham, Ale Pro, and Cactus. Or is that All Pro? Okay. I never know. You get the number name combo. Like, I've been trying this since Xbox days, and you just never know. I'm going to just call them All Pro. But either way, it's going to be a big matchup. You're going to go into another game, or not game 7, but at least a best of 7 for Murray State and the Trailblazers. And we saw what was the outcome of a 4th seed taking down the 1 seed earlier. And do you think that we're going to have a different... I told you that players existed. We go into the final match of the entirety of the NECC fall semester. Sherlock, they know how to score. They get in the first 6 seconds.
Well, we wrangled the horses into the game itself, and then the horses race themselves here. Well, they're called the Racers, but Murray State racing off to this 1-0 lead. Arkansas State, we saw another Arkansas State team, but not the remote location of this college. Arkansas Trailblazers will look to bounce back and get an answer as they begin to try to work forward. Cactus waiting for this pass midfield, but that shot is actually going to be taken instead. That will allow Chrome to make a save and push it back down. And All Pro hangs here to the corner. Bit of a miss here from Murray State. Ooh, a bit of a fake there too, and just kind of shaking out the nerves in this game 1.
You know what? They've been paused for so long. They've been trying to find ways to kind of keep themselves in that competitive edge, and you really don't have that even in game 1s of any best of 7, because you have to get up to that standard. Best of 5s feel like a sprint by comparison, and All Pro is able to find that one on the opposite side slot.
Looking like an All Pro here. Sherlock just tried to bounce it up the corner there, and Graham was in the right spot to take a shot, but All Pro said, I've got it lined up anyways, called up his man and was able to just launch that, buried early, and a quick answer, the equalizer. And perhaps another one off this kickoff, too. It'll go high. The Chrome will easily read that one off the back wall and send it out towards a member of his team. It's Mars Reflex. Trying to get the reflexes off in time to push forward. And Murray State will do that. This will waterfall down. A chance All Pro. 2, maybe even 3 defenders of Arkansas State diving at that one. They'll force them backwards in their rotations. And now they'll look to get back out the center, and sure enough, they will.
Even with pulling defenders like that, didn't have anyone that was set to punish, and that's a tough read kind of late. And there's a bit of a stutter start on both sides about who's kind of has that next rotational responsibility to go and get the ball touch. So, this is where the comfort zone needs to be established for both teams. Chrome, the setup, but both Sherlock as well as Flex all the way back. And that one, luckily for Murray State, not taken up by the Trailblazers, as you have both squads just in earnest. And this one's bouncing errantly in. Was this even a setup shot? Did this just come off the sides?
Well, it was a challenge here, midfield, and that's the last touch. And it just works in. Technically an own goal as everybody dove back to it, but really off that challenge, a fortunate bounce from Murray State, but one they'll take. Nonetheless, in a couple minutes in, Arkansas State, their Trailblazers here, had an answer early. And we'll look to get another one. However, they've got Murray State standing in the way here at midfield, and Sherlock actually beats this one out to midfield. That touch will look for a teammate, and All Pro is there, but so is Chrome. So now he'll launch it over to Marks. Reflex, quick reflexes to get it back on target. And now it'll be Graham. Round past 1, but defensive rotations seem to be relatively clean. There's been a couple of breakdowns, yes, but for the Navigators division, it's been relatively strong as far as who's next in rotation to make a save.
And really what shines amidst all of that is how they take it from the midfield after winning some of those back corner and back line clearances. Now, we were talking about how clean that looked, and then they find a wide open gap, a demo just to finish it off. But this was Chrome that stepped up to the plate, and I don't know if Sherlock was chasing, but Mars Reflex had actually shifted from outside wall in, and there was a breakdown as all of Murray State compressed and the Racers were left racing back to the defensive half, and the Trailblazers got there first.
Even ground yet again. Chrome not able to connect on this one. All Pro has some help here off the back wall, but Sherlock was able to get up to it quickly. But a bit of a mishandle there from Murray State. They cleaned it up. Chrome will leave it here, side wall challenge. All the way across it goes to Mars Reflex will take a shot, but Cactus, man on the spot, able to use his thorns to knock that one down. And from the corner, they'll try to go defensively, but Mars Reflex has been on this game too. And there comes Chrome. No space given up for Murray State. They're able to bounce it back to the offensive side and gain this 3-2 lead.
This is really where Murray State shines. They compress. I mean, this is where some of that was given up whenever they had that back open line and allowed the Trailblazers to get tied up. But when they ultimately squeeze the Trailblazers down, they're hard rotating into the corners and just looking for one to leak out. Reflex, oh, they're going to get bumped out of the way. Otherwise, that was a high-hanging extra ball to just try and move through. And it's been a lot of 50-50s being won by the racers of Murray State. Graham finds at least one out in an open field. We're at less than 100 seconds to go, and Trailblazers have been able to find a response, but Reflex has been finding space.
Oh, man, support comes through. Yeah, lots of space eventually taken away. Maybe a little bit too late from Arkansas State, but the Trailblazers get out of harm's way nonetheless. They'll push out to the corner, looking to challenge here. Mars Reflex yet again is so speedy right now. Like I mentioned, called the racers. Is that a pre-jump in the Navigators division? Sherlock was confident in that one. They almost landed that pass, by the way.
Look, they've seen the pros do it. Why can't they? Doesn't matter what division you're in, but two teammates come up for the racers as one was trying to rotate out. It's just to see them kind of link together. Trailblazers under fire. Nice extra read. It's a back pass that's going to go over to All Pro. They need to become a pro. They want to find a purchase upfield. It has come at a premium that so far that has been unaffordable, too expensive off the pipeline. Graham actually takes it from their own teammate, but it's still at least not in the back of the net, but Arkansas needs to get upfield.
Now look out, because you got Mars Reflex in a bump there, too.
Oh, my God.
That one hit that corner. Chrome couldn't finish it. Now another shot off the mark. Oh, Murray State had a prime time opportunity to try to get a cushion of a lead. Now with 14 seconds left, you've got Arkansas State on the counterattack. Shut down at midfield here from Sherlock. Left down, Cactus will attack at midfield. Back down it goes, Cactus beat to it. And Murray State now on the offensive side of the ball here, just trying to kill it. Still up for the moment though. Arkansas State and Cactus looking to find a teammate. It does get to them, and now it's bouncing high and across midfield. Chrome trying to kill it. Back across, what a pass, but couldn't quite get it.
Confidence too.
Certainly do. I mean, I think that ball was on target. Or it might have been a little bit wide, but either way, that bounce could have very easily set up a player. So that 0-second chance, all they needed was really half a second, and really it would have bounced in. Perhaps gone in, but either way, look at that transitional play. The pre-flip set up back to Chrome, and Murray State out to another lead pretty quickly.
Chrome has done a lot of this, and a great preset. Reflex was hoping to just kind of catch that in transition, but ended up making such a timely back pass straight at the goal line. That was just, I mean, it was very fluid by the racers. Murray State wants to condition Trailblazers to have to accept this kind of pressure early and often. They do it in the first 20 seconds.
Trailblazers' first semester here in the NECC and showing why they've dug deep and gotten themselves to this championship. They're able to keep it close, but now they need to dive back. A great effort. Took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but All Pro did make the save after all. We'll launch off the car of Graham here on the back end. Mars Reflex takes a shot right off that classic Arkansas State right side post that Murray State likes to beat up on. And now Arkansas State will try to keep them at a distance. Mars Reflex will be blocked from the defense of Arkansas State. The Trailblazers still having trouble getting this out of the zone. They'll have to work from their own corner now.
It can't be cactus. Is a cactus without its spines just a melon? Is that what it is? I'm not too sure. That one's gonna fall out. I basically drop a melon of a joke and they drop a melon of a shot. That one finally is gonna be an orange streak running into the blue half as Trailblazers are able to get a wide open arc, but Sherlock picks up the work where it was left behind. Flip reset here. Oh my goodness. From the back line, All Pro gets bumped around, and there has not been a clean bit of grass where a Murray State player is not that the Trailblazers can be able to go to. Oh boy, get there if you can. Big save. Whose side is Cactus on?
He's everywhere. Just poking into the opponents with that save of just coming out of basically nowhere to help out his teammate. And we'll definitely take that bounce off his car. Here's another opportunity for Murray State. They'll just float it across the goal line. Mars Reflex doesn't seem too eager to head towards the offensive side. Instead, he'll just play it back for his team to rotate, get boost. But that's a great little touch there from Cactus. Now up for it again, second touch. But it'll elude the man that was behind them trying to follow up in the first place.
I like the effort out of Cactus. Some of it is a little too much too often. But I like that they at least have these spurts to just condition and to get right back to the ball. In times, it's all right, have your teammate come up, see if you can be able to get at least some of those extra moments and kind of rotate away. But you know what? They're consistently forcing Murray State to have to answer some of their pushes. On this challenge, you actually get Murray State again running upfield. It's been all of one goal of damage. They've been threatening to do way more. That one turns into a massive 50 the other direction, and Cactus is going to have to rotate back as a third man. And just tries to keep Sherlock at bay, but all three are here by Murray State, and All Pro will shut it down.
Got room ahead of them, but not a lot of boost to work with, so he'll have to play the low 50-50 and does it like a pro. And now he's got All Pro. Gonna send that across the box. Cactus beat to it by Mars. Mars beat to it again. Graham the other way. Sat down on a platter. Chrome gonna try to tap that down to a teammate. Unfortunately, found Cactus instead, who has been all over this field. You said it right. He's been a nuisance, and you kind of need that spark whenever you drop a game. But this defense is looking uncoordinated. Murray State will try to challenge it here. Sherlock left for Chrome, and he'll try to get it on the hood of his car, but they're struggling, really trying to push into the box. They know they've got the lead, but Arkansas State doing enough to hold them at bay.
Chrome has been the great neutralizer at times, and trying to jam one through. Chrome, in fact, neutralizes that next attack being made by Cactus. Takeaway right in front of the box as well. 50 seconds to go. Trailblazers, you got to travel upfield. There's been a brief stay and a soft touch. A big save by Cactus. Not sticking around. Chrome is going to rotate away as Mars Reflex at least presses up, and then again, no, big dig by Graham.
Twice! They're keeping themselves in this with these huge saves, very last-second reactionary ones. And now the opportunity. Will it become in time this time? Last time, it dropped to the ground in 0-second opportunity. They really need to take advantage of it here. They're running out of that time. 13 seconds left. Touch backwards. A demo. Still not down, though. Chrome. A shot taken. Cactus there to try and launch off the side. They'll actually move past two defenders. Cactus, no boost in the tank means no chance. Oh, they come up just short for game 2 as well. And Murray State off to that 2-0 lead in the series. Get around that end. So credit where credit's due. And I think they've really gotten to the heads here as we begin game number 3. We think about how the Trailblazers, they were perfect in this bracket up to this point. 7-0 until this series. And I believe that a large part of that was because of Cactus. But at the same time, when you drop that first game, suddenly it's like, oh, well, we can lose. And if you're Murray State, you're like, oh, yeah, we know how to win. So does it just continue in that same trend? And you feel like the answer might be yes, the way it's been playing out, but it's too close to confirm and say 100% that's the truth.
Game 3 for best of 7s is the definition game, much like game 2s for best of 5s is the same. And this is where we either get this squad and Trailblazers in a pickle, where they have to reverse sweep, or start getting a little bit of extra competition. We'll be guaranteed at least going 5 games. A shot and a step too late is Cactus. Chrome finds the first on the board.
Just launch it in and get things happen. It looked like Cactus dove a little bit too late across. He's been getting away with those last-second saves, and so is the rest of his team. And so, you know, to have that time and space and come a little bit shy of it, that's a different pattern here. Murray State off to that quick start. And now a chance for a second one. But All-Pro able to get to it on time. Now turn right back up and into the play, but Mars Flex could have let that one go. I'm pretty sure it was in if his teammate didn't touch it. An opportunity there for Murray State to go up 2-0, but nonetheless, Arkansas State will look to keep within this 1-goal distance as they have been all series long.
I don't mind what Reflex went up there to do, but it was for a redirect. I'm not gonna lie, I don't expect those to go in, but there was a cool couple doinks that happened in the previous matchup, so why not go for it, fam? First 100 seconds about to tick off the clock. Arkansas State trying to continuously at least keep possession if they can. The succession thereof has been briefly lived. That one's going to go upfield, and luckily for the Trailblazers, it will ring against the top 90. But unfortunate for them so far, they have existed for now 7 minutes of Rocket League time and been unable to score a goal in the previous game to now.
That's a struggle. You don't see him go in, and it feels like it's just locked down. Like there's a brick wall just standing in front of that net.
Oh.
And another one breaks through here. Sherlock, it's been a while. I think it's been since game 1 that Sherlock's gotten on the board. As a heavy scorer, doesn't happen often where you keep him scoreless and the bouncer fools at everybody.
Oh. Bouncers are tough, man. Like, regardless of what speed they're going or anything, especially a high-speed bouncer. But, you know, if it's kind of one of those knuckleball situations, you never know what's going to happen. You're trying to go at it expeditiously while reading kind of left, right, and center where other players may try for a dunk. So, tough one for the Trailblazers. Murray State got 2 now. A little bit more comfortable and securing some of those shots they didn't grab in the first couple of games. All-Pro dropping that one to the corner, Reflex with a back pass, and that's going to at least find its way over to Chrome, who doesn't connect, and this becomes a man-up play. This is a floater. Crash the gate. Oh, they send 2. They send everyone, and the Trailblazers can't bust in.
Chrome was so cool in that moment. Just said, I've got this regardless. And then let it come to him. I know there's a lot of pressure on the board. Maybe you don't want to wait that long, but he just sensed it. Saw the rest of the team wasn't really pressing in from Arkansas State and was just content to kind of loft it off that goal line. And keeps his 2-0 lead. Arkansas State Trailblazers, when you're in those moments, you have to break through. That's what I expected Cactus to be up, but he was launching it, going to his own net. Sherlock surely will score. And a 3-0 lead for Murray State.
Dominant feature right now. They've locked out the Trailblazers for, fast math, more than 8 minutes. Trailblazers, they are looking for just an ounce of water to quench their thirst. And they've been able to get upfield, and they've been teased with the oasis that's set before them, but Murray State races away with it over and over and over again. Great save by Cactus. Double demo to create the smoke screen, but we got less than 90 seconds. They got to start at least with a spark. They got to get a score.
And every time they try to carry it out, it's directly back in. You see Mars again with this shot, and All-Pro, it eludes him. Not much you can do. Down this 4-0 mark, and about to be down 3-0 in the series if nothing changes.
You know, I talk about definition of series and how, you know, you get to a game where it kind of really feels like it's up against you, or maybe just really defines what's up next. And what's going to be up next for the Trailblazers is one of the toughest things you can do in series match play in Rocket League, and that's going to have to be a reverse sweep. I didn't see it before in the Challengers Division, and this one's going to be even tougher. Minutes ago, you know what? At this point, it's not a wash, but you got to make sure you have to get your offense rolling. That is the missing component to the squad.
Yeah, exactly. You pointed it out. It's now taking up towards at least 9 minutes, 10 minutes. Did you score the goal? And yeah, Murray State seems to get on the board consistently. That's Chrome again, 5-0. This team has outclassed Arkansas State and the Trailblazers, who have had a great run up to the point, but I think the Trail has now burned out. I think it might be the end of the road if Murray State keeps continuously locking down this defense. Arkansas State, there is no solution. There is no offense. 1 goal would be their only hope if they get it in this game to feel good about going into it with the potential. But even that is a best of 7 or a sweep. And credit Murray State, they've done everything right. They've really come out with the passion. They started the series out on time, and they continue to put on pressure since the get-go. And there's been nothing that Arkansas State Trailblazers can do.
They're executing 2 steps ahead before the Trailblazers even know that it's time to play. 10 seconds left. Murray State, they are speed running towards a championship win in this Navigators division. We're going to see what they do going to game number 4. The spark. Something. Cactus finally is able to clear the drought, and it was a great pass by Graham. They sneak it over the line.
Yeah, there you go. There's that 1 goal I was talking about. But at the same time, bit of a freebie. But it is 1 on the board nonetheless. This one up in the air, sure enough, going to be killed. Kept alive for a second. Make it a few seconds.
Okay.
Bro once more. All right, Graham. All right, play down now. Afterwards, of course, right when we come in and say, hey, there they go. And it's right down to the ground. Murray State now on match point, 1 game away.
Wow. Okay. We had a fear in our quarterfinals. The semifinals, we did some work. This time around, it's being worked against us. We go to game number 4. Racers, you're going to try to finish this one off. Trailblazers need to find a start.
Do or die time for the old Trailblazers of Arkansas State in their remote location. But they need that quick start. Goals have come at a premium, and they can get one early here as Graham is up. It gets a couple of touches with the second one, not the exact direction they were looking for. And Cactus will be forced down, and Chrome right off the hood of his car. Used him as a tee, literally teed up the defender, and we'll make it 1-0 Murray State.
Whew. Chrome is going to give them a thank you card for coming up this Christmas for that shot. That was just a steal and a half. Man, if I'm looking at this team out of Murray State, Chrome seems to be kind of the all-around. Sherlock has done fantastic. Reflex continues to just be the glue, but I mean, it's all Chrome a lot of the time, and I love seeing this player play out of Murray State. Upfield, Sherlock, let's make sure I don't forget about him on the highlight reel. Oh, that will just barely escape him.
Yeah, everything's Chrome. It's like the future.
Future.
Like that, he saw where I was going with that, and I saw where Mars was going with that. His reflexes will take it all that way down the pitch. Similar story here, HailMonkeyMan. It's a 2-0 lead for Murray State, and Arkansas State scratching their heads.
Oh, they even had a defender there, but they had to go for the try, and they went for it off of the post. So their car tilted down and fell away just underneath the ball. Unfortunate. Trailblazers, they got 1 goal. I was hoping that'd be a start, a spark, a something. And really, a something needs to turn into something more. Great touch takeaway. That's going to go to the backboard. They're crashing the net, and the defender gets a piece. That's huge for Murray State to keep these Trailblazers from even finding a beginning.
And another read was just a little bit too slow. It's a trend here for Arkansas State now. They need to up the reaction times, need to start. I know it sounds wrong, but you got to start cutting back defensively in rotation to at least get you going forward. And when you do, it's off the post. Arkansas State Trailblazers, that was one they needed. Now Sherlock is trying to work it back down here for Murray State. Try to put a dagger in, but Arkansas State and the Trailblazers, give them credit, at least they're trying to keep here offensively. And now an opportunity to block. What a save, Chrome again!
Ain't no way! Chrome coming up huge. Graham thought they had the most magical moment between themselves and Cactus. And Cactus even trying to come up a little bit faster right there just to get some pace behind the ball. But no, even that doesn't get through for free if you are the Racers. Sherlock's going to turn. A little bit awkward hole, and that's going to give Graham a moment to at least give him a look. That's going to be Chrome up into that corner. That's a nice 50. Oh, that's a nice find. Wait, bouncing just nearby. Chrome does rotate through. That arch just a little bit unforgiving against the Trailblazers. They had a couple of big 50-50s, but they have to turn that into full hundreds.
Now, let's him for a pinch. All pro couldn't be Cactus, though. Amara's beat both defenders just hopped in on the play. Johnny on the spot. Another shot, another goal. Sherlock 3-0 Murray State. They're looking more and more like they got a championship bid ahead of us.
Graham couldn't get back facing out of his net in time. Ends up facing into it, and that is such a tough position to have to defend from. You're throwing your bumper against the oncoming shot, and then if you can't find your flip in the right way, you're just going to jettison into your own net and run away from it. So 3 goals, less than 2 minutes, 1 championship left in front of the new kids on the block that are Murray State, trying to get this first season, this first semester championship for them here at NECC. With 100 seconds left, Cactus trying to get this team just doing anything for the Trailblazers, but they are being shut down
constantly. And Sherlock, sure enough, up and over, last defender, pops it with the ground aerial, and just nothing you can do. All Pro was backwards and trying to avoid bumps, and before you know it, Murray State in a minute and a half, they will close out in this game. I can guarantee you that.
Brand new into the Navigators. What do you think about this team maybe upgrading to Emergence? I see some potential for that.
I absolutely do too. I think their mechanics justify it. I think they're playing strong enough together as a team. Chrome has been fantastic. We've seen Sherlock step up in huge moments. And Mars has played with such speed, beating everybody to challenges. They've got the tandem. That's that 3-stack that I've been talking about. HailMonkeyMan, when you asked me the first time, this is exactly the kind of picture that I conjured up.
The just poster children and students for success to be able to work together in a full composite squad. I can't wait to be able to see what they do later. Trailblazers, tough end to a pretty darn good semester. They're going to be looking back on this one and be like, all right, what are the lessons we got to learn? And it's honestly just mechs and getting faster right now. They were challenged way earlier by Murray State. These racers really living up to their mascot's namesake and coming out huge. They're going to get a 4-0 sweep, trying for a 5th goal just to punctuate that ending. Cactus, maybe with a runaway, at least a one-on-one, but there's 15 seconds to go, Bear, and this is the final foot race.
Yeah, every bit of hope Arkansas State had, and they had plenty of chances, Trailblazers did, but it was shut down by Murray State defensively in every aspect of this game. This will be the 2nd shutout for Murray State in this series. And as they look to bounce around their victory march, they will know that the championship is coming home to Murray State for the Navigators division. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the Racers. They bring it up big and they bring it on home. That one's going to the Mid-East Navigators division. So congrats.